The next question is, and what can you advise those married in terms of dealing with one spouse? That you deal with one spouse, as the Prophet ﷺ said, "Astawsu bin nisa khayran," that I commend you with regard to your wives, that you treat them well. So we have been obligated to treat our spouses well, in the best possible way. The Prophet ﷺ said that the best of you are those who are best to their wives. And by Allah, I am the best of you to my wives. So we are commanded to treat them with kindness, gentleness, admonition when it is required, words of advice, encouraging with good, forbidding with evil. And this, of course, works both ways. That the wife also advises her husband, and that they deal with each other in a manner that they wish to be dealt with themselves. Do not show harshness and wicked behavior towards each other, so that when you complain, you say, "Oh, you treated me harshly," but you are likewise harsh to her, or she is harsh to you, because you are like that with her. So that which you are upon, you shall receive. So you should treat each other with goodness and kindness. Of course, the woman should be obedient to her husband in that which is, of course, in the affairs that are ma'roof, in the affairs that are good and approved by the religion, that the wife is obedient to her husband. Any woman who fasts, who prays her 5 daily prayers, and she fasts the month of Ramadan, and she protects herself from illicit relationships, and she's obedient to her husband, it will be said to her on Yawm al-Qiyamah, enter into Jannah through whichever of the doors of Jannah that you please. So Jannah lies actually in obedience to one's husband, but obedience upon ma'roof. And likewise that the husband himself, that he is not rude and unkind and insensitive towards the feelings of his wife, that he should sympathize with her in her hard times, empathize with her. So this is how the husband and wife should deal with each other. Barakallahu feekum. Mutual advice. وَتَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْبِرِّ وَتَقْوَى. That they cooperate with each other upon righteousness and piety. That they encourage each other. وَتَوَاسَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاسَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. That they encourage each other with truthfulness and with patience. And that she is a garment for him and he is a garment for her. Now the garment, of course, here the Prophet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made the similitude of the garment, because a garment is something that you wear. You wear it because it beautifies you, because it gives you comfort, because it keeps you warm and it protects you from the elements. So it is no wonder that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used the similitude of the wife being a garment for the husband and a husband being a garment for the wife. And likewise the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that indeed the woman, she is made from the rib of Adam, and she is therefore crooked. So she is made from the rib of Adam, and therefore she is crooked. And if you try to straighten her, you will break her. And the breaking of her, as in the narration in Sahih Muslim, is to divorce her. So there is always going to be some difficulties and some natural traits in a wife that a wife has, that you will not be able to remove, because it is a part of her nature. It may infuriate you, just like I'm sure there are things that infuriate women in men, but it may infuriate you, but by trying to straighten her and fix her, you will break her. And every woman has it, so whatever you see in her, you'll find in another woman also. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Let not one of you hate your spouse, your wife. For indeed, if you see something in her that you dislike, then look towards that which you like. You will find in her, look for her in a trait that you like." Shaykh al-Fawzan mentions, because that which is by way of disliked in a woman is forgiven and outweighed due to all of the good that she has also. Barakallahu feekum.